Namaste, Soul Circle! I'm Steven.
And I'm Candice.
And we're from Arcana, Mind, Body, Spirit, located in Toronto, Canada.
Today, we are discussing some of the goddesses connected to the new moon, or some would say, the dark moon.
The dark moon. Okay, we have Hecate. She watches the crossroads that connect to the spirits of the dead. So, before we get started, please be sure to hit like, subscribe, and that notification bell to be sure that you don't miss any of our other videos coming up this month as we dive into the origins and energy streams of prominent female power consciousness from all different pantheons of belief. You can find the ones that resonate with you the most and integrate them into your work. Dark moon!
Let's go! Let's start. Let's talk for a moment about why you would want to integrate a goddess or energy stream into your scope of practice.
I mean, there's so many different reasons you can, and these energy streams can look like so many different things. When we say the words god or goddess, some people have a lot of preconceived notions about these things. You can have a very traditional god, like a Buddha, Jesus Christ, these figures, or you could be someone who believes that the terms god and goddess could be just of the Greek or Roman pantheon, like those Roman gods and those Roman goddesses. Everyone has a different connotation inside them of what these things mean. When we're referring to the goddesses, we're talking about the energy that they can pull into even a meditation or a practice that can help further and deepen your connection to your circle, yourself, and that consciousness that you're trying to call in.
Yeah, it can be something specific too. I know a few people that call on saints. If you lose something, you can call on the saint of, I specifically don't know, feel free to put it in the comments, but I have I've heard people, I think it's a female saint when you lose something.
Oh, man.
I remember my friend's parents always
used to say
that.
It's like a little rhyme that you say. It's on the tip of my tongue.
So if you lost something, you would call on this saint and she would help you find whatever it is that you lost.
Yeah.
Your keys or whatever, or anything, just even in that moment. So I think the same thing can happen with the goddesses that we're going to talk about. You can call on them for different things. It just isn't like just any energy. It could be very specific.
Specific honed energy based on what you're trying to achieve.
Exactly. If you're working with herbs, you're going to call on this one. If you're working with your menstrual cycle, you're calling on this one. If you're trying to have a baby, if you're there's one for
everything.
All of it.
You could probably find some kind of power consciousness that is appropriate for what you're trying to craft.
And that's why for us, throughout this series this month, we're only picking a few. There are so many.
So many.
And even the details within what we're talking about, we're making some short videos just to get people started and get their feet wet on the topic. But there's so much information out there, essays, papers written on these goddesses. So again, this is just we're just dabbling in it, just getting your feet wet in this. But there's a lot of information out there and a lot of different goddesses to cover. So
and a lot of different goddesses that actually correspond to different goddesses in different pantheons of faith. So knowing where the cross lines are, it's all the same energy and all the same work. So we're hoping we can uncover and demystify some of that one goddess at a time. Okay, we have Hecate. She watches the crossroads that connect to the spirits of the dead. Many modern-day witchcraft practitioners consider her to be the mother goddess of witchcraft. Hecate's legend appears in Hellenic mythology, Homeric legends, and even in the Greek pantheon.
Her shadowy legend skirts the edges of Hellenic mythology. Hecate is often depicted as a woman in a long, dark robe holding burning torches, but also she's been depicted as a three-formed woman, all bodies standing back to back in order to see all directions and accompanied by a pack of dogs. You can call upon this goddess to connect and strengthen the bond of your coven, or for rites of passage.
For example, if a woman is to have a baby and transitions into motherhood, this is a good goddess energy to call upon. 3 stages to consider would be the maiden, the mother, and the crone. If there's a big decision to be made, place a black candle on an altar at the crossroads of these decisions. Call to Hecate for her guidance for which road to choose.
She's also a great goddess to utilize when asking for messages from those who have passed on from this life. She's also been utilized for exorcism. So if you need to free yourself of a demonic possession, Hecate's your girl.
She's your girl.
Last but not least, and by that it could just be an ex-boyfriend. Last but not least, any herbalism study or guidance with that specific work is also a great opportunity to call in this particular goddess power energy. So be sure to comment below and let us know which of these goddesses resonate with you. Who do you identify with? And make sure you come back next week for our crescent moon goddesses. So hit like and subscribe to our channel so that you can find your way back to us.
In the meantime, Arcana releases 3 videos a week, on Mondays, on Wednesdays, and on Fridays. On Mondays this month, we are discussing the different phases of the moon and how you can use their energies to manifest change in your own life. Wednesdays, we are going to continue on our moon sign journey. And Fridays, we're going to continue working with our goddesses, which I'm super excited, and obviously, we're pretty passionate about that.
Pretty pumped up about it.
Right, I can't wait for any of these. I'm loving this month and this content. We hope you love it as much as we do.
So, many blessings, and see you next episode. Much
Namaste.
love.